I lived in San Francisco. I lived in Sonoma, wine country. I lived in Puerto Rico, and I chose to move back to Roanoke, Virginia. I want to tell you exactly why. I think the answer is going to surprise you. My name's Cannon Stubblefield. I'm a real estate agent here in Roanoke, but before I was that, I spent years living all over the country. When I tell people I moved back to Roanoke during COVID, the first thing they ask is why. Family pulled me back. My mom's here. I met my fiance and stepson here. And honestly, I was burning money in California and Puerto Rico in a way that wasn't building anything. But here's the thing I didn't expect. Once I actually stopped and looked at what Roanoke had to offer, not through the eyes of somebody who grew up here and took it for granted, but through the eyes of someone who had lived in genuinely exciting places, I realized this city is seriously underrated, and I bought a house here. So I put my money where my mouth is, and I haven't looked back. So let me tell you what I see now that I couldn't see when I was growing up here. The mountains are genuinely beautiful. I've been to a lot of places in this country, and the Blue Ridge in this area is legitimately world class. The Appalachian Trail runs right through here. Smith Mountain Lake, 35 minutes away. There's a greenway trail system throughout the city, so if you're outdoorsy, Roanoke gives you access that cities 10 times its size would kill for. And here's something most people who actually live here don't know. 𝗕𝗂𝗘𝗏 Cove Natural Reserve is the second largest municipal park in the entire country. Over 60 miles of trails right inside the metro area. That's not small town hiking, that's world-class access. The food and brewery scene has gotten legitimately good. Not San Francisco good, not gonna lie to you, but good. There's a real craft beer culture here, growing restaurant scene, live music, local events. It's a city that actually has some personality. And the Amtrak station. This gets overlooked constantly. You can get on the train in Roanoke and be in DC in just about 4 hours, New York in 7. For somebody who travels, and I travel a lot, that access to the Northeast without flying is genuinely useful. And if you are driving, you can reach 2/3 the US population within 80 hours from Roanoke. Now here's the part that I think is the real story, and it's the reason I think Roanoke is about to have a moment. Overall cost of living in Roanoke runs about 8 to 9% below the national average. Housing specifically is about 22 to 24% cheaper than the US average. That's not a small number. And look, utilities can run a little higher here. I'm not going to hide that. But on the housing side, the savings are significant. I'm in the MLS right now. This is live data. Let me show you what your money actually buys here. This is 1246 Floyd Avenue in the 𝗐cie neighborhood. Built in 1921, so it has a lot of character. Hardwood floors, front porch, deck, fenced yard, walk to the Grandin Village shops and restaurants, greenway trail access right there. 3 beds, 2 baths, 1,700 square feet, $369,000. In DC, this is a $900,000 home. San Francisco, you're looking at $1.2 million minimum for this kind of neighborhood. This one just hit the market, 2143 Broadway in South Roanoke. Brick construction from 1922, built like a tank. 4 bedrooms, over 2,600 square feet, including a fully finished walkout basement. Hardwood floors, gas fireplace, mountain views, fire pit out back, fenced yard, covered front porch, walk to coffee shops, restaurants, and River's Edge Park along the Roanoke River, listed at $449,000. This home in a comparable walkable neighborhood in Richmond is probably close to $700K. Charlotte, same thing. This is what I mean when I say Roanoke lets you build. 7607 Peebles in Roanoke County. 4 bedrooms, nearly 3,000 square feet, attached 2-car garage, full walkout basement, mountain views, a stream running through the property, wildlife in the backyard, 1-acre lot. Cave Spring School District, one of the top school systems in the valley, $399K. And there's an additional 2-acre lot next door if you want more land. This home in suburban Charlotte is $650. In Nova, you're not finding this under $8. And then there's this, 80 Iriskany Square in Eagle Rock, about 45 minutes away. If you want land, privacy, and something truly extraordinary, this is it. Custom built estate, 36 acres, adjoining the Jefferson National Forest. 6+ bedrooms, nearly 7,000 square feet, amazing mountain views, a stream, horse property, wraparound porches, 4 fireplaces, detached 3-bay garage, potential Airbnb income, $980K. This property in California is $4 million minimum. In the Hamptons, you're talking $8 to $10 million. Here, it's $980, and it's been on the market for 49 days. Now I'm going to be straight with you because I think you deserve that more than a sales pitch. Roanoke's not for everyone. If you need a major league sports team, a buzzing nightlife scene, or a deep tech job market, this isn't your city. It's not trying to be New York or Austin, and it never will be. The job market is stable, but limited in certain industries. Healthcare, education, government, manufacturing, all solid. If your career is highly specialized and requires being in a hub city in person, that's definitely a consideration. It's a small southern city. It's improving, but it's not where a major metro is. I tell you this because I'm not trying to sell you on Roanoke. I'm trying to help you figure out if Roanoke is right for you. Those are completely different things, and I think agents who are honest with you about both sides are the ones who are actually worth talking to. So who's Roanoke actually perfect for? Based on what I've seen and the people I've helped move here, it's a few specific types. Remote workers who are done paying city prices for a city they don't really use. This is the biggest group moving here right now, and honestly, the move makes the most financial sense for them. Families who want good schools, outdoor space, and a community that actually knows its neighbors. That small city feel is real here, in a good way. Military families. The VA loan goes incredibly far in this market, and there's a strong military community here. I specialize in working with VA buyers regularly, and I can tell you the values are real. And people like me, who've been around, who've lived in exciting places, and who are at a stage where building something actually matters more than the scene. Roanoke lets you build. The cost of living gives you room to actually save, invest, and own something real. I moved back here not knowing if it was the right call. 5 years later, I've got my fiance, my stepson, my mom nearby, a house I own, and a life that actually makes sense financially for the first time in a long time. That's not nothing. If you're thinking about making a move to Roanoke and you want somebody who will be straight with you about whether it actually makes sense for your situation, not just tell you what you want to hear, I'll do a free 20-minute call. No pressure, no pitch, links in the description. If this was useful for you, please subscribe. I put out a new video every week. Market updates, neighborhood breakdowns, the real stuff. I'll see you on the next one.